So I was kind of like a strategic content consultant, but then also an executive producer for those years. It was like some of the most fun work of my career. I loved it so much. I helped stand up about, I would say, probably 50 podcasts in the B2B space throughout those years. But with that comes just a breakneck pace. And like any person who's worked agency understands it, but anyone who's worked creative agency, like it is a whole different beast. And so I was there for about 2 years, really, really enjoyed it. But then I had my daughter and took my paternity leave, came back, and just very quickly was like, oh, wow, I can't do this pace anymore. And I think I had kind of it was, postpartum hormones, all the things. Like, I think I had kind of a moment that I could not sort out my boundaries while sitting in that role. Because I just had too much pressure on myself. I put it all on myself. I had too much pressure with all my clients and too much pressure with the people I was working with. I didn't want to let anyone down. And I just didn't allow myself to like reconsider what work and now my life as a wife and a mother, how they could coexist in a way that was sustainable and wasn't going to burn me out. And so I had to take a step back. So I kind of joke, I just literally went like as opposite from tech and startup as I possibly could. And I went to a local e-commerce company that was selling socks of all things. And I ran marketing for them. Which sounds like a big job, but it honestly was like, it was a very needed, like kind of chill. It was in person. I was doing a 45-minute commute to the south side of Indy. I was working with one of my dear friends from college. So it just was kind of like the break my brain needed to sort out like, okay, how much of this was tech's problem and how much of this was my boundary setting problem? And I think I found a really happy medium of kind of being like, okay, I know that there are places within tech, especially in startups, that the environment is not going to be conducive for me and my current priority set in my life. And that's okay. But I feel like in my career, I had a good sense so far of being able to kind of suss out and like spot the different kind of flags that weren't good for me. They might be great for other people, but for me in this stage of life, I was like, I know what I need and what I don't need.